Imagine if every piece of trash you've ever thrown away was still sitting somewhere on Earth. Because it is. Nothing we throw away ever truly disappears. Every plastic wrapper, every coffee cup, every garbage bag, it all ends up somewhere, and that somewhere is our planet Earth. Since every person produces waste every single day, this issue affects everyone. No matter where we live or what we do, we all play a role in how waste impacts our world. As a student who has studied how local communities manage waste and recycling, I've seen firsthand how important proper waste management is, not just for the environment, but for our health and our neighborhoods. Today, I want to talk about how human waste, whether sewage or everyday trash, has serious effects on the environment, wildlife, and public health when it's not handled responsibly. First, I'll explain how untreated sewage affects water systems and health. Next, I'll discuss how everyday garbage harms the environment, and finally, I'll show how improper waste disposal impacts both people and animals. To begin, untreated sewage can create major water pollution problems. According to the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, untreated sewage releases harmful bacteria, viruses, and chemicals into rivers and lakes. This contamination spreads diseases like cholera and hepatitis A. It also reduces oxygen levels in the water, killing fish and other aquatic life. Imagine a river that once supported clean drinking water and healthy fish become toxic because of sewage that wasn't treated properly. That's not just something that happens in other countries, it happens right here in the United States too. Proper sewage treatment is essential for keeping our water safe and protecting public health. Without it, the effects ripple far beyond what we can see. Next, let's talk about garbage, something we all create every day. The World Bank's What a Waste 2.0 report found that the world generates more than 2 billion tons of solid waste each year, and a large portion of it is not properly managed. That means trash piles up in landfills, flows into rivers, and drifts out into the ocean. Plastics and packaging are especially dangerous because they can take hundreds of years to decompose. During that time, they release harmful chemicals into the soil and water. Even worse, plastic breaks down into tiny pieces called microplastics. These have been found in drinking water, seafood, and even in the air we breathe. Scientists have discovered microplastics inside the human bloodstream. The waste we throw away doesn't just disappear, it stays with us, circulating through our environment and even through our bodies. Finally, improper waste disposal harms both people and animals. According to National Geographic, more than 1 billion animals die each year from eating or getting tangled up in plastic waste. Sea turtles mistake plastic bags for jellyfish. Birds feed bits of plastic to their chicks, and the results are heartbreaking. Humans also suffer from poor waste management. The World Health Organization reports that people living near unmanaged waste sites face higher risks of respiratory illnesses, infections, and even chronic diseases. The toxic fumes and bacteria from garbage dumps don't just smell bad, they can seriously harm people's health. All of this shows that pollution doesn't just affect nature, it affects people. Waste management isn't only just keeping the planet clean, it's about protecting lives. In conclusion, the way we handle waste determines the health of our planet and ourselves. We've looked at the dangers of untreated sewage, the pollution caused by everyday garbage, and the harm that improper waste disposal brings to people and animals. Human waste management is a shared global responsibility that directly affects our environment, wildlife, and human health, because every one of us created waste. We all share the duty to dispose of the responsibility and to reduce what we produce in the first place. By learning how waste is processed and where it ends up, I've realized how powerful small, informed actions can be, like recycling correctly, cutting down on single-use plastics, and supporting community cleanup programs. So next time you throw something away, remember, it doesn't just vanish. It becomes part of a story that affects the water you drink, the air you breathe, and the world you live in. The choices we make today will decide whether that story ends in pollution or preservation. Let's make sure it's the latter.